Hello,
Hey there.
Hi.
and welcome to episode 201 of Come Get Your Podcast. I'm your host, Adam.
I'm Dustin.
I'm Chris.
How are we doing, gentlemen?
Pretty good.
It's
3-day
like,
weekend, baby.
I know how you guys are doing because
Yeah.
we hang out and talk for a while, but I feel like I have to say that every time.
Oh, we have to
No.
because the people have to know.
Yeah, the people got to know how we're doing.
And it is a 3-day weekend, so it is a good weekend.
4-day
Yes.
weekend for me. I took yesterday off.
Ooh.
Smart.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I have a 4-day weekend in the middle of June, so I'll just take the federal holiday.
It was
Kind of.
Oh, go ahead.
No, it's fine. I was going to say it's kind of like a 4-day weekend for me because technically I only worked a half day yesterday. And to be honest with you, I don't even care if anybody that I work with listens to this because it's not going to be for much longer anyway.
Yeah.
But I did nothing. I didn't do anything all day. So
Love those
kind of
days.
like a 4-day.
Love those days.
Yeah.
There's a There's our next week of work after next week is like our meeting light week. So like people don't schedule meetings a lot, and it's just like it's not that I'm not doing any work because I am, but it's just like I can feel like I can actually be productive more. So I
Sure.
can like do a lot of like smaller things and like busy work to like clean up some stuff. But we also just worked a shit ton not this past Thursday, but the Thursday before that. Like I had to go in the office. I worked from 7 a.m. until just before 8 p.m. in the office.
That's gross.
It was a 1-day thing for us to do a lot of like backlog work and stuff. So it's like I took one for the team, and like people got paid hourly that got overtime, and I was like, I'm just here for the love of the game, y'all. Like,
Yeah, right. Doesn't matter how long I'm here. My paycheck's the same.
yeah. But it was for the overall thing. You know, it was good, but
Yeah. Yeah.
I got
Sometimes
to leave
it's not
early
too bad.
yesterday, so that was
Oh.
nice.
hell yeah.
Where my boss is like, is your time card going to be ready for this weekend because we won't be here on Monday and it's payroll. I was like, I mean, yeah, once I'm done with the day, I was going to plan on submitting it, and she was like, you can go ahead and do that right now. And
Yeah.
I was like, are you sure? She was like, I want to try to forget about this place this weekend. So yes, please go
Please.
submit it now and get the hell out of here. And it's like, you
And
got
do
it.
the same. Yeah.
You know what? You literally just reminded me that I have to do payroll at my job as well.
You're
So I'll do that
welcome.
right now, so that I don't have to think about it later. Thanks, Adam.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I don't got to do anything like that. I'm just
I don't have to do
Riding
anything
it
like
out,
that
baby.
anymore other than just submit my own. So that's kind of nice. But
I only have so next week's a short week, so that's 4 days.
Uh-huh.
Technically I'm supposed to come in on that Monday following,
I don't know, your back might be acting up.
right? Well, but that Monday might be the day to sign all that paperwork and get the F out. So
Oh, that's true.
I'm near the finish line, boys. I'm kind of excited about
I
it.
think you can take some time to yourself, which I think you.
You need,
And I mean this
Sure.
in the kindest way possible. You desperately need.
yes.
I do. No, you guys are very, very correct. I definitely do. Oh my God.
I mean, that's in the end why I took yesterday off, because like usually the weekend or the day before like a long weekend is usually like not super intensive at work, but the last few weeks have been such a fucking nightmare that it's like I gotta not think about this place because it's been chaotic.
Yep. Yep.
It's been appreciated, I told you guys, CEO, calls you about something, and at the end it's like, you're doing a great job, by the way. And
Am I
I'm
getting
like,
fired?
I thought I was
Yeah.
losing my job.
I'm not. Okay.
But I was exhausted, so I was like, F y'all
Yeah.
can handle this without me,
In the middle of June, I'm taking a Friday and Monday off because my oldest niece is getting married. And
That's wild.
I am graying as we speak.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how you feeling about that? You're like, oh God.
Misty and I were talking about it. This is like the first one where we're like the adults, kind of. We're with the adults than we have been. I fully plan on making sure that is not the case because my nieces and my nephew and all enjoy hanging out with each other for family time, and it usually gets pretty fun, dumb. So I don't think I'll be an adult too long, but the fact that it's happening is still like, Matt Damon and fucking
Saving
aging
Private
in front
Ryan?
of and Saving
I
Private
was
Ryan,
thinking,
yes.
I was going to ask you, is that how you're feeling? That
Very
same
much
exact.
so. Yeah, I don't like this at all. Like, and it's one of those things too where I'm thinking about it, and I remember bringing my oldest niece to a show and tell when I was in like third or fourth grade because she had just been born. And now I'm watching her get married, and it's very a weird but nice headspace overall,
Right?
Yeah.
but very conflicting
Yeah.
for my
Well,
own
oh, yeah.
sanity.
Like last Saturday, I had some friends that were in town. Friend Gary, you guys know him.
Yeah.
And then like my friend Twan, who I grew up with, like in the same neighborhood, And I
know
haven't seen.
Twan.
Yeah, Twan's great. I haven't seen him in so long, so I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna go out there. But they were gonna go to Volcano Falls. At first, we had originally planned to go to dinner, at a hibachi
that-
place.
Turned into mini putting and go-karting.
Well,
With volcanoes?
Apparently, there was a miscommunication of some sorts, and then like dinner plans were then changed. And they're like, well, we're gonna go to Volcano Falls. So I was like, well, I'm good, but I'll meet you guys there to say hi. Because they have like they got family, like kids and stuff, and I'm like,
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
I'm good. But I will come and say hello.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so I did that, and then it's funny. We were sitting in the parking lot waiting for them to show up, and then Gary took his son Ezra to go get tickets or something, and then all of a sudden, 5 minutes later, they're coming back, and they're just like, "That place is too busy. I don't want to be here anymore." And I'm like, I feel you.
We're gonna
It's
be
swamped.
friends.
You want to go to the batting cages?
Yeah, but it's just like in the same mindset. You talk about your oldest niece. It's like they're asking about my nephew, and it's like, how old's your nephew? It's like 16. It's like, yeah, I know, man. It's just like,
Yeah.
what is happening?
Time comes for us all.
Oh,
And it'll happen to you.
but it's also one of those
That's
things that I like joked around with Colin. It's just like with our friends, where it's like, you have our friends that have like families and stuff, and then like they had families and stuff, and they're like talking about family plans, and they're like, well, what are you up to? And I was like, well, I got a new video game.
Yeah. Night Raid comes out soon. Think about hitting it up.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I get that. We're like, what do you do for fun? That's because I have new people. I was like, I play video games and hang out with my dogs. And they're like, well, what about? I'm like, what is your wife doing then? And I'm like, also playing video games.
The same thing.
And they're just like looking at me, and I'm like, yeah, we have two TVs set next to each other. We just play whatever we want. It's more of just hanging out with each other.
Yeah.
We almost brought TVs outside last weekend and just played video
that's such a
games out
good
on our
idea, though.
deck.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I love that idea.
I did that with my Steam Deck sometimes, where I was like, I was getting really into Hollow Knight, and like when I was really into it, and I went outside a few times with it, and I was like, hell yeah, like this is the life.
There was this was forever ago now at this point, but there was one summer where when I used to live in an apartment with a buddy of mine, and Misty and I had started dating, I think, but I don't think she had moved in with us yet. But we were on the top floor of a triplex basically, and we had a balcony that overlooked the back where like parking was and some trees. But it was a nice big deck, and we literally brought tables and TVs and monitors outside, and like myself, Misty, our buddy Keith, and his girlfriend at the time were just played the DayZ mod like for like
Oh, yeah.
7 hours outside. I posted it to Reddit, and it got pretty viral on PC gaming subreddit, I think. But yeah, that was spending time in nature while playing video games is fun.
It is.
Playing video games is fun, but when you can do it outside, it's like almost feels a little taboo in a way. It's like
I know.
this outside.
I like to live dangerously.
It feels great. Like
It's two, opposing forces meeting in harmony. And yeah, I have not really been playing too many video games this week. Really just Balatro when I had time. I'm tired.
been playing Claire Obscure. I beat it. And then I New Game Plussed it. I'm plussing it right now.
Plussing it.
There is a New Game Plus.
Right in the plussy.
Yes, there is. And it's kind of like, in a way, with like Elden Ring as an example, where it's like the first couple like fights and bosses, it's like a victory parade, but now it's like later in the game,
It's starting to catch back up.
Okay,
Oh yeah,
okay,
the scaling is
okay.
a lot.
There is one optional boss that it's just like, fuck him. Like I was, alluded to it earlier. But it's like, I don't have the reflexes for this. Holy shit! You have to parry this guy, and it's like I can't.
You can't dodge.
You not well. You want to parry, like you can technically dodge, but there's things that you can equip that like your parries are like the fucking way to go.
That make
Right,
the number
right.
go up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
the
like,
counterattack.
You want to parry this guy, and it's like a fucking motherfucking shit.
We're
How
all
long?
Matt Damon aging GIF in our own ways.
How long would you say the game is roughly?
Just the main story, I would say probably 30 hours.
30 hours,
depending on what
okay.
you do. But like, there's a lot of optional stuff and everything. So,
Okay.
fucking music slaps though.
Yeah,
It's
the
really
clips you have sent, I've definitely enjoyed the score.
Yeah.
I can't recommend
even-
this game enough. And I remember I sent Dustin Instagram reel was like trying to talk about this game without spoiling it is a fucking nightmare. I'm treading lightly every time I talk about it.
I did start it, right?
Yes.
I'm like an hour or two in, but I'm not that far. I basically, like Chris, you'll understand, I basically got, like the whole beginning is a lot of talking, catching up on people, kind of like learning what's going on.
Yeah.
And you know me, like I have to try to find everybody I can talk to. I want to find every single person, whatever little thing I can do.
Damn you, From Soft.
Yeah, exactly. I got to look at everything. Fought a mime. That was interesting.
Very
Yeah, you'll find a lot of those, by the way. So
Did not succeed the first time. The second time I did. But yeah, it just was, it's kind of funny. It's just like even that early on, it's like the parry and dodge mechanic is like, Jesus, am I going to have an issue with this? Because sometimes it's like, they're going to go now. No, they're not. Okay, well, I dodged too quick. And now I'm fully just getting hit. Okay. Well, that was a quick fight. Let me
that's
try
why
it again.
That's why I always like would recommend to learn to dodge first. And then once you get the hang of getting a perfect dodge, if you can get a perfect dodge, that means you can parry.
Okay, because I was trying to do them both, like, alternatively, just
like,
based off of how I felt in the moment, I guess.
Well, because here's the thing, is that if an enemy does an attack that's 3 hits, and you dodge the first one but parry the next 2, you don't counterattack. You have to parry each of its attacks, and then you'll counterattack. It took me some time to learn that.
To learn that? Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that either. Okay.
Because I was like, why am I not counterattacking sometimes?
That would be a useful piece of information.
Yeah.
I'm sure they explained it somewhere. But I was like,
you got to upgrade your swallow potion, man.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Oh my god. Yo, I only play games on hard mode without realizing it.
Yep.
It's so beautiful though. It really.
It was
is.
incredibly pretty. The score even that early on was awesome.
This game is I can't currently, May 24th, I cannot imagine any other game getting Game of the Year right now.
Will definitely be one of the big contenders, I'm sure.
It's just fucking amazing.
Winner.
It's like, wow, I can't remember. I might have said this to you, Dustin, or it was either you or Ben, but I was like, this is like what you would thought Final Fantasy would have been in next gen systems early on, but then they're like, well, we can't do turn based. It's outdated, and it's like we got to do with action, which is fine. I mean,
you got to try to innovate.
Yeah. But it's like people are always like, no, this is no, you can't do this anymore. And it's like, hold my beer, because you did it, and it's incredible.
So do we think 17 is going to go back to turn-based?
I bet. Watch, yeah.
Follow that trend. I mean, I think that the dodge and parrying mechanics definitely make it more. Otherwise, you're just doing, holding, what was it, circle, and just beep, 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 just going through the menu so you can just attack again.
Yeah, I mean, turn-based is like just hitting X, hitting circle, whatever the
Yep.
OK button is over and over, just waiting. But like, no, you have to pay attention.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing the old-timey news bulletin coming in noise, by the way.
You like that? Beep, 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 beep. That was my just holding the button down in Final Fantasy and having it skip through every menu. Attack, attack, attack. And I mean, yeah, like the skills. Like I haven't played enough of it. I can see what you're saying though, Chris. Like there's enough there, even while you're in turn based, that it's like, it's not like old Final Fantasy games. You cannot just I'm going to do this over and over and over again with all of my characters, and then it's a trial of, okay, am I going to actually have to heal, or I'm just going to outlast you hitting me? I'm just going to kill you before all of my health is gone. Like this is like you actually have to interact and pay attention.
Yeah, there's a lot of really cool things they did. A lot of innovation and stuff like that. That's why, I mean, like all the scores you see on reviews and everything, it deserves it 100%. You know, it's not a
purchase it.
Oh, it's so, oh my God, you're gonna love it. I told Brad, I was like, you should play this game, man, because it
definitely
so good.
seems like a Brad game.
I'm like,
too.
this is your game, like for sure. Like I don't know how well he'll do with the parrying and stuff and dodge. You know, at least the parrying. Dodge, like you can dodge. Yes, you can.
Yeah.
And it's fine. You get more of a benefit if you parry. It's harder to do, but you can dodge. But I was like, you would love this game for sure. So
I'm still not used to like the shooting mechanic. Again, I'm very early in it. Like I basically just got out of the what I would consider the prologue. Right.
Okay.
And then there was like the beaches of Normandy, and then not much after that, and I stopped.
Oh, yeah.
It's the best way I could describe it. That Chris knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you'll get the hang of when to use, like when you need to use that, and when you shouldn't, and everything.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, they do a good job. Their tutorial for the most part is pretty good. If a new character comes in, they will literally like, this is how this character works, and here's what you need to do, and everything. So. And again, like any character that I've ran into that's like can be in your party, I fucking want to use them all. Like, I have never ran into that in an RPG for me. I usually like Final Fantasy 7 example. It's always Cloud, Barrett, Tifa. That's usually my squad. I don't use anybody else. And then like with this, I want to use them all. So.
Yeah, where I was like Cloud, was it Yuffie, and I would probably switch out the last one. That's how I played. Rebirth. It was weird. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about like Final Fantasy 7, like OG.
Oh, OG.
Yeah, this Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. I can't remember. It was usually Cloud, Tifa, and Ares. Sometimes somebody else.
Yeah.
Sometimes it was Red because I like some of his moves. But
I like Red too. Yeah. I don't know. OG, Vincent. I don't know. There's a few I like to have just because they were cool. Not even that they were the best.
Vincent, you're not even good, but you're cool as fuck.
I just like them. Yeah,
cool factor even matters. Cool factor matters.
And also, like the silly thing too is like eventually you'll be able to like unlock cosmetic options that you can do for your characters in Expedition, and it's so like I gotta look badass, and then I try out an outfit, and I'm like, I'm not feeling this one. Let's go this one.
But yeah, with this one, I definitely wanted, like, I think I was saying it just before we started recording. Like, this was one, it's only $50, and it, like, I wanted to support a new developer mixed up of, you know, basically people in the gaming industry that had to find their own way again and make an awesome game. It just is like that. I want to support that to the fullest if I can.
You can watch some, like, behind-the-scenes stuff, and I don't think there's any spoilers in it, but I would probably not watch it until you're done playing. But it's just like, it's crazy what they were like. The story of how this game came to be. It's just like, how the fuck? It's like a Cinderella story, dude. Like, what the fuck are you doing over there, Activision? You got 1,000 bajillion people working on a Call of Duty. It's the same fucking game in Madden with EA. And what? This team of 30 found their composer on SoundCloud is masterpiece. Like, what? What are we doing?
Yeah, wasn't their head writer like also somebody that just was a fan? Or
their head writer they found on like Reddit, and it was like they didn't even hire her for that. They hired her for like QA or I can't remember exactly what, but then she's like, "Oh, I have an idea for the story." It's like, "Hey, you're our head writer now." It's
Yeah,
like,
you want to write it?
Okay, let's go.
Sure.
Dude, the story is fucking bananas, man. Like, there's so much similar. I don't want to. I can't. I want. I'm afraid I'm going to spoil something. So I don't talk about
No
it.
worries, no worries.
I do want to talk about it, but I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, fuck Randy Pitchford. Hey,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm a magician. I guess none of us are true fans.
Yeah, apparently not.
I've only bought every collector's edition of Borderlands possible,
Why would you say you're a true fan, Adam? I don't get it.
but
It's crazy.
so I've paid more than my fair share of $80 for these games, but for some reason this time it feels icky, and so I won't be getting the collector's edition
Why does it feel icky?
because Randy Pitchford's icky.
Did he do something?
He tried close-up magic with me and showed me his
I caught
balls.
him. Yeah.
No,
It showed me his balls.
Gross.
But where's my card, Randy? What are you talking about?
You crudely drew an 8 on them both, I see. So that makes no sense. Anyway, pair of 8s. Oh, no. Just recently it has been not even very recently, prices of video games have been the subject of much communique.
I feel like there've been like we had like $60 video games for a long time.
We did.
And then a couple years ago it went to 70, and it's like, okay, I kind of understand, but that sucks. But then like it went from like 70 to now like 80 is okay, and it's like, what the fuck is happening? Why are we here right now?
And you don't even own the game.
Oh yeah, and then companies like, well, you're just renting the license. No, fuck you. I own this game.
That's why physical media is important, guys.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
But yeah, it basically the CEO of, I don't know, is
Gearbox? I think it's Gearbox.
Gearbox? Yeah.
Is it Gearbox?
He's
2K
Gearbox.
2K owns Gearbox, right?
And is
Yeah.
the publisher.
Yeah.
But Mr. Randy Close-Up Magic Balls Pitchford has said that Borderlands 4 is probably going to be $80. And if you think that's too much, fuck you.
Yeah, basically.
And pay me. If you're a true fan, you won't mind paying $80 for it.
You'll figure it out. Somehow.
And if you don't have the money, you'll figure out a way to get it to buy it. And honestly, if he had just stopped at, if you're a true fan, you'll pay $80. I would have been more okay with that than what we got in the end. I still wouldn't have bought it, even if he had stopped when he should have. But, it'll be on sale eventually. So, I love those games dearly.
Yeah.
I've platinumed them all. And, like I said, bought the collector's edition for pretty much all of them as well. But, when you show your balls to people and you're not supposed to, people, turns out, don't want to really be around you.
So I've been told.
Like, here's the thing. Like, I enjoy Borderlands. I know I don't like it as much as you guys do. I do enjoy it. Borderlands 2 was amazing. I got into it really late, with you guys, and we played a lot of it. It was a great time. So then I was hyped about Borderlands 3, and then I was disappointed, for a number of reasons, and I haven't gone back to that, even though I've heard it's better. But now with this shit, it's just like, dude, I already wasn't fully sold on Borderlands 4. And now I'm really not sold on Borderlands 4 because you're a fucking idiot, dude.
He just can't help himself.
Bro,
it's definitely his don't you guys have phones moment for him.
I just it is not the economy for that shit right now. Like,
it's just tone deaf. It's somebody who doesn't read the room, who's just
look up tone deaf in the dictionary. It is a picture of Randy Pitchford's balls.
Of Randy Pitchford.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so stupid. Like, and especially when you have games that are not $80 that are doing fucking gangbusters. Like we just talked about, Clear Obscure Expedition 33 fucking came out of nowhere. You got Like you have Mafia Old Country coming out soon. What else is
$50
like
hairs. Night Rain's coming out.
Night Rain? Yeah, $40, and you know, Hades 2 comes to my mind as well. Like, and that's fucking doing incredible. And even though it's still in early access, but it's just like, dude,
Balatro.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it is not the time for like Borderlands 4 to be what it is. You know,
And
I don't know.
given how I feel about Borderlands 3, which again I love the gameplay, but the story is god awful.
Yeah.
I'm not playing it for the story for sure, like I had the other games, because the story of 2 is really good.
Yeah, at least not the main story. I think we've talked about it before.
Yeah.
Like the DLCs I enjoy
Yeah.
from 3 a lot. Those main antagonists are just shut up. Just stop.
Please, for
talking.
the love of God, shut up.
Please.
So, you know, and I've from what I've read through some digging, like they're trying to make the story for 4 at least better, which is good. But
Yeah.
to be arrogant about people paying $80 for a product that might not be great is, I mean, Randy Pitchford's arrogance. And
Well,
hopefully it bites him in the ass. Or, like you said earlier, Chris, before we started recording, maybe this is a marketing ploy to, you know, we're sorry, it's going to be $60. And now they sell like crazy.
Like I was thinking about that, and that's why I said earlier. It was like, what if it came out and was like, we heard you guys, you know, did some like PR fucking shit, and it was like, we heard you guys, we're gonna make this $50, dude. It would sell like gangbusters, man.
Yeah.
Like it would do it would sell way more than they're anticipating, and they would probably make a lot of money, I would feel. But
And even though they made a really terrible movie, it still did pretty well and got a lot of people into it. So I think they would easily sell even more, especially if they did $50.
If you were a real fan, you would have made it to the movie theaters and watched that movie.
The chicken jockey man's in it. Can't wait for him to be in the Elden Ring movie.
I know. I've already been seeing posts of that.
Yeah.
man, I'm so
It's a Godskin duo. Oh my god.
Together.
Those are I've already started to see those. Those are good.
The Elden Ring movie is confirmed now, but it's like
Yeah.
I don't know why that needs to be a movie. Like,
well,
I'm more like miniseries kind of person on that kind of stuff, just because of how nuanced it is. Like, I just feel like a movie isn't going to do it justice.
Depends how they do it.
yeah. To be honest with you, I don't know how they're going to do it justice with a miniseries or a movie, but I am curious to find out what they're going, like how they're going to do this.
It's so here's the thing that gives me a lot of, not hope necessarily, but I feel like I'm willing to give it the benefit of the doubt, is because it's being produced by A24, and they make they try stuff.
They go for it.
And go all out in
Yes.
a lot of their movies. And it's being directed by Alex Garland. So he has made, well, most recently I think is not Warfare, or I don't know I forget the name of his most recent movie is. But he's made a lot of A24 movies. And some of the best sci-fi movies that we've had in recent memory for me. So we have like Ex Machina, Annihilation. Like an Annihilation is probably my favorite sci-fi movie from the past 15 years.
I still need to watch that.
Annihilation's so good.
Yeah.
Warfare was his most recent film. And Civil War was last year, which Civil War was interesting.
Yeah, I've heard.
He also wrote the DMC Devil May Cry video game. Did the screenplay for the Dread movie that came out in 2012.
Okay, well, I love that.
Yeah. And I mean, that's just his writing accolades. Like, he's...
Well, and I really enjoyed Ex Machina. That was a mind fuck. But
Ex Machina is so good. And again,
yeah, it's so good.
When you watch Annihilation, you will also...
Feel that? Okay.
Like, I like it as much as Ex Machina. They're two very different movies.
Sure.
So that's part of it, but he did those like those were his two. Ex Machina was his directorial debut. Then he did Annihilation, and even Annihilation is rated a lot lower than Ex Machina, but it for what that movie, what kind of movie Annihilation is, it's so good. Mm-hmm. It's so good. So, to have him in control of Elden Ring's not sci-fi, but it kind of is.
Yeah, it's sci-fi. I mean, I feel like sci-fi is such a broad scope.
It can be. Yeah, I mean, just medieval fantasy sci-fi, I guess, is how I maybe classify it.
Yeah, it's just literally what I was going to say. It's like medieval fantasy sci-fi.
And you have a lot of stuff that is based from George R. R. Martin's mind as the template. I don't know. You could do something. Because I don't think you do the story of the game. I think you do something set in that universe.
In the world, yeah.
Well, that's how I was thinking. Like there is, like Shadow of the Erd Tree, which is not as broad of Elden Ring, because that's a lot of shit in Elden, like the whole Elden Ring, universe. But like Shadow of the Erd Tree is like it's afterwards, but it tells some of the story, like what happened before, and like they could definitely lean into that as well, like telling the story, like how all of you can, because it also but also they could just throw you in the middle. I don't know. There's so many ways they could do it. Like
it really is.
And it's there's part of me that has hope because video game adaptations have been much better in the last decade, we'll say, and A24 to your point has put out some bangers. And
I have enjoyed every single thing that Alex Garland has directed.
That he's done. I still need to watch Civil War. That one's a bit of a got to be in the right headspace to go into that movie, but
well, if you're watching Andor.
Yeah, I guess I'm already that's true. You just go right into it.
Speaking of poignancy, but I'm cautiously optimistic for it. I don't know if we need it, but we're getting it, so why not? And then,
what story are you going to tell in it? That's just
exactly, like, do you tell a story of a new Tarnished? Do you tell a story of one of the many characters that you fight against or fight with? I mean,
one of the demigods. Who is this going to be surrounding, and at what point? Are we going way back? What are we seeing in this universe?
You could tell the story of Godfrey, Radigan, Renala, and everything that went along with that, and the marriages and divorces and splittings.
Mm-hmm.
That could be interesting. Very, Game of Thrones-y political kind of stuff.
That would definitely need a miniseries.
Yeah.
That's if we're going to do all that, that's a lot to put into
and there's
3-hour movie, probably.
And there's also stories they haven't even told, like in Elden Ring, obviously, like Godwyn,
Yeah.
Who's the Queen of Death or whatever? I can't remember her name.
Ronnie?
No, not Ronnie. It was like, they alluded to her a lot in the Elden Ring story. Who did the Godskin duo, Godskins, and that power. I can't remember what it is.
Was it not the
Nicola? Is it?
No. It's not a character who was in the game that they
just
like.
mentioned.
Oh.
But it was she was the queen of the death or whatever. Like she's what gave the Godskin people their powers and stuff like that. So now I have to look it up because I'm bothered by it.
Is it not the lady who hugs you?
No. But it's just some background to that, and the Gloam-Eyed Queen. That's it.
Oh yeah, okay.
They allude to her a lot, but it's never spoken of who it is, and but people believe it's the your maiden. I forget her name now. Melena.
Depends.
The one who gives you your
Melena.
Melena.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that's what people believe it is, but
That would make sense.
there's so many stories that they can tell, you know.
But I mean, yeah, because like, but also when you get into Destined Death, that's when like that's when it gets real fucky. So yeah, I mean, like, take your pick, and honestly, it could turn into a mini series at any point too.
Yeah.
Like, there's been several Marvel projects that have gone back and forth between becoming a miniseries or starting as one, and then going to a movie or vice versa.
I mean, same with
So-
Star Wars. Like, you know,
And yeah.
Kenobi was supposed to be a movie at one point, and it's like, no, I'm glad you guys made it a miniseries.
Yeah.
You know, and I always go back to like Ready Player One. You know, when they made that, and it's like, man, you guys fucked that up. That could have been so good as a miniseries where it told the story of the book. It's like, damn.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda, probably shoulda. But Steven Spielberg's too good for TV.
Dungeons and Dragons would never work in a movie. Oh, whoops! They made a whole movie about it.
It took him a few tries to get a
Yeah.
good Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Valid,
out there. But
that's
they did.
valid.
I still need to watch that. I haven't seen it
You,
yet.
It's good.
You very much would enjoy it.
It's a fun time.
I was very pleasantly surprised.
I
by
love
how
Chris Pine, so
It's
you
just a fun. It's just a fun movie.
Yeah.
Elden Ring adjacent though. So Liza P, you guys know that game, right?
Very French.
Timothée Chalamet, basically looking motherfucker as the main character. So they have a DLC coming out soon. Either
Pretty
next
soon.
month or July. I can't remember. It's sometime this summer. But apparently they recently in the last week that with this DLC or with the patch even, I'm not sure which one of the two, but it's going to allow you to change the difficulty in the game. And I gotta tell you, there's some people not happy about that. And that's dumb. It's so stupid. Why are you upset about this?
Because it of course affects how they play the game, right?
It does. Yeah. It's very similar to Elden Ring, where it's like, well, you summoned, you're not playing this game right. Motherfucker, if it's in the game, I'm playing the game right. What do you mean?
Yeah,
hate that
it's
stuff,
my
man.
game. I'm playing it. However, I'm playing it is correct. There are no wrong choices.
Yeah. Like, you don't have to play it that way.
There
You don't,
is
you even on the hard difficulty, it's fine.
So,
there is
Oh,
no
sorry.
actual release date for the DLC.
Okay. I know it's this year sometime then.
It is
I
this
thought
year.
It was in, I
That
thought it was
is
in the summer.
confirmed. It is confirmed that it is this year, but there's no solid date
Okay.
yet for some reason.
so prior to this, it was like a From Software where it's the class background, like certain play styles were dictating the difficulty, or was it just one stagnant difficulty, regardless?
From what I understand, I mean, I have not played it.
I haven't either.
But I'm sure it's if you choose certain weapon types or whatever, that I'm sure some are more overpowered than others, so that
Right.
could be its own little difficulty setting. Otherwise, to my knowledge, there was just go into the game. That's
Just
it,
go play.
like Elden Ring. But now
I-
you can have a choice, which is nice.
Yeah, I have played some of it. I don't know how far I've got into it. I want to go back into it eventually. I probably would have to start over, but it is difficult for sure. Like, and that's the thing is in having these conversations. I know, like, we've talked about it with Elden Ring, like with Katie as an example, or it's just like I remember her saying like I wish it could be easier, and part of me is like, I understand why the game is not like a difficulty slider, but it also has like ways that you can make it easier in the game. It's just not a difficulty slider, but maybe hopefully they would add something like that, because I do feel bad that people can't enjoy these kind of games, for whether
That's what I was-
because it's too hard or even accessibility reasons,
Yeah, sure.
That's what I was wanting to eventually get to. Is like, do you think FromSoft would ever implement something like that because of this?
I
don't
think it all depends on the success on how that would
Yeah.
go. Because what if this, like, people have like lies of they see it, they hear it's great, but they're like, I just can't play those games, they're too hard, which is valid because they are fucking very difficult. Would From Software do that? I don't know. You know, it's hard to say. Probably
I'm leaning
not.
no. I'm leaning no.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know, time will tell.
It wouldn't bother me if they did. I think the only time it would maybe affect me is if like I didn't then understand what difficulty I have been playing on comparatively to what this new system is. So I'd want to know, like I would want to keep it the same. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I
like,
guess I don't know.
The beauty of Elden Ring, I'll just use Elden Ring as an example here, but it can apply to any From Software game, is similar. It's a similar feeling that I had when I used to raid in WoW, you know, and World of Warcraft, and it's just like you feel like you're beating your head against a boss and stuff, but like when you finally do it, it's so rewarding. Like just like Consort Radon, it's just like, dude, that was awesome. It took me 8 hours in a day, and I was upset many times during that 8 hours where I had to take my dog and put her in a different room because I'm like, I'm getting frustrated, and you're gonna get scared, and
you're stressing me out.
and you're stressing me out because I'm stressed out. And it's just like that game is so rewarding. But with that said, to your point, Dustin, is just like I wouldn't care if people put it on difficulty. And it's even like the same, watching my friend's stream Last of Us 2 yesterday, and she's like not doing well on the stealth part of it. And I was like, well, they have the accessibility that you can do this. She's like, oh, isn't that the coward's way? And I'm like, no, if that's why they have it. So like if you're having a hard time with this, you know, because some people don't get into that stuff, and it's fine. You know, I like that games allow you to play how you want it to play.
You don't have to beat your head against the wall.
Yeah, right. Seriously.
It's like, who says that's the coward's way? Who are those people, and why do we care?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, play it however you want to.
Yeah,
you didn't beat Radon with daggers only, no armor,
no hit.
No hit.
No.
Like you haven't beat Elden Ring, and also while also using a DDR dance.
Right. Yeah. I definitely used a summon, and I definitely changed up my tactics and beat him. So, you know, you adapt, improvise, adapt, overcome. That's all you do.
Pre-nerf as well.
Pre-nerf, exactly.
Come at me, bros.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It wouldn't bother me if like they didn't add a difficulty range in there. Like, it doesn't bother me. It's just a fine line, you know. Like I do understand that it's like not every game's for everybody. So I understand if it is too difficult and that makes you upset. Like, okay, well, there is an element of like tough. All right, that not everything is supposed to be for everybody, but at the same time, we shouldn't have barriers preventing people who, like, accessibility reasons, who just like cannot do it, but like want to. So I don't know. You do not want every game being made for everyone, because they're not. It's not going to be what you want for anybody.
Yeah, there's definitely games that people gravitate towards. Use an example of an extraction like Tarkov. Adam loves that game. Those games are not for me. I've tried. Can't get it. It doesn't matter if they made it easier, you know, or whatever. It wouldn't be for me.
Yeah, it's not a skill issue. It's just an interest.
I mean, part of it's a skill issue. I'm not good at those kind of games, but a difficulty slider is not going to make me better at that game.
I think yeah, exactly. But I think it's more of like if you like it enough, you'll put enough time in, and you'll figure it out. Like, you can do it.
Yeah. Like with, you know, in trying to have this conversation with you, you know, of recently, like Dead by Daylight as an example, it's just like, man, yeah, coming into a game like that where you're going against somebody that really knows what they're doing as a, you know, as a survivor to a killer sucks. But if you played with people starting out and like how me and Colin did, basically, is like, well, you know, we started out and we learned and stuff like that. It's just like you learn as you go, and making the game easier, quote unquote, depending on how you want to look at that, wouldn't necessarily make me better at the game, but I had to play to learn the game at the same time. So
sure,
in the same
very
argument.
Oh yeah, exactly. But it's like very much like Tarkov. I got no interest in that. So there's like you just kind of go, okay, not for me then.
Yeah, exactly.
But then, and you just move on, and it's fine, you know.
Exactly.
I mean, the conversation of difficulty comes out with every FromSoft anything. But this is the first time someone, obviously not FromSoft, but somebody has done something. So I don't know if that's going to be a trend for Souls-like games. It could be their version of, trying to figure out how to implement a difficulty, or whether or not is the Dark Souls of devs. I don't know. That was a poor analogy. I tried. It failed.
Well, because there's difficulty and then there's also accessibility, and it's not the same thing.
It's a fine line.
You know,
right?
It's like there's people that can't play Elden Ring, or I shouldn't say can, or have a hard time playing Elden Ring because of timing or their motor skills or something like that. They can't help that. That's just how they are. And that's accessibility. Difficulty is
there's no
hard. So
exactly. There's no percentage of quote unquote getting good that is actually going to help said people.
Yeah.
Like there are specific things that just are physically whatever limited in that way, which I'm with you. I don't want to limit people in that way.
No.
Whether that's in a difficulty slider or not, I don't care. Whatever. I'll play it however I want to play it.
Yeah.
So
and there's people that get their jollies off of just like with the Radon fight we were talking about. It's like I beat my head against a wall for 6 hours, but I'm gonna do this and it's gonna feel rewarding.
Exactly.
And that's awesome. I wouldn't want to take that away from them. But also, if people don't want to do that, but want to beat the game and play the game, I'm like, well, yeah, this is a way you could. Like, I don't mind. Make it easier for yourself. That's fine. I don't care.
If you want to do it on a DDR mat, that's cool, man.
Yeah,
I don't have that. I'm not on the spectrum of that you are, but more power to you.
I'm on the spectrum, but not on that level.
I'm not on that end. Whatever you're doing, I didn't get that. So I don't know. I don't know. Just let people have fun, man. Basically, just let people be.
When people have fun, and don't tell people that they need to pay $80 for your game. I'll show you
exactly
your balls.
Yeah.
Oh, I sat in gum. Oh, Randy.
Oh, Randy.
You son of a bitch.
Fucking Randy.
Randy.
Goddamn Randy.
Oh,
put him away. Put him away.
not again. Put him away, Randy.
Separately, this just popped in my head. I don't know why, but after Fantastic Four in July, there will not be a Marvel media for a year and a half because Avengers Doomsday got pushed to December 2026.
When's Ironheart coming out?
Oh, that's true. Maybe it's just films then.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would assume we'd still get some shows.
Spider-Man 4 will be in between the
Yeah.
Fantastic Four and Avengers. I think.
I could see that getting pushed, maybe depending on.
I could also see it getting pushed.
Mm-hmm.
I did forget about Ironheart because they released a trailer for that recently,
Yeah,
or a teaser.
I'm
Optimistic.
cautious. I'm cautious about it.
Same.
But,
I'll check
you
it
know,
out.
I will definitely check it out. I honestly, I haven't
Got much Daredevil, you guys. You know.
I haven't even started that. I gotta do that at some point.
I'm still in season 3, so I'm doing the whole story on what I have missed. So I will eventually be getting there though, and I'm looking forward to it. I've been told it's my barber watched Born Again and has not watched any of the Netflix stuff and really enjoyed it. So I know I'll like it when I get to it. But I haven't watched anything Marvel. Like I've been so stuck on Star Wars because of Andor, and Outlaws. So it's mainly where my focus has been. And goddamn Andor.
Goddamn Andor, you guys. That's right.
I've convinced Josh Boykin to continue it because he just started and it was just like it's a little slow, and I was like, it'll get better.
You just started
season 1.
You just started the entire series? Okay, yeah.
Like within the last couple of days.
Yeah.
It takes some time to like get ramped up, but it is
Once it
is
goes,
some
it goes.
incredible TV. And like I forget what I was telling this to, but I was like, even if you don't like Star Wars, it's just a good political,
It's an incredibly well-written
drama
show
Yeah.
that just happens to be in Star Wars.
Yeah, exactly.
It's that entire side of Star Wars that you don't really see, and that's why I think like I'm once Outlaws as an example goes on sale, I'll be excited to dive into. That's also a part of Star Wars you don't see often.
It's so much fun.
There's just a lot of Star Wars stuff that they can do, and we'll never know. You know that what they got coming out in the future.
Everyone is wishing for spin-offs of the spin-off already, and I don't. It's the same way I felt about, like, I mean, nothing's announced, so it's not even at this point yet. But like, when Last of Us Part 2 got announced, I was like, we don't need this.
Yeah.
Keep it the way it is. It was perfect. It was perfect, you guys. But that ended up working out pretty well. So I would not mind a spin-off here or there for some of the characters within.
Well,
Andor.
it's within the universe, so like.
But we don't need it.
Yeah. Well, like Last of Us is an example. I wouldn't mind them continuing a story somewhere in the Last of Us world. Doesn't have to be related to what took place.
Well, they
But
did confirm a
somewhere else
secret.
would be cool.
They did confirm they're working on another game secretly.
Yeah.
So it's not secret anymore.
Did they say it was a? Did they say
Right.
it was a current IP, or I assume it is a current IP?
I have not seen whether it is or is not.
Because they're working on the new IP Intergalactic, which you should still watch the
Right.
trailer for, Adam, if you haven't.
I haven't.
It's really good.
It's good.
It's
I know.
it's
Gave me
very-
happy vibes.
I just keep forgetting.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's not even like I'm trying to stay away from it. I literally just have to.
You-
Just forgot. Yeah.
You should for sure watch it.
Okay, I will.
And I'm excited for that, And,
Yeah.
And then I'm assuming they wouldn't be working on two new IPs at the same time. But then you have, like, they have Last of Us, and then they have, technically as Jackson Dexter, I suppose. And
Uncharted.
then they have Uncharted, and then again have Uncharted 4, had the daughter. So that would be pretty cool.
I think I just put together that in that trailer, because I haven't watched it since it came out, but it was like that. The character in that trailer is the actor that played
Yep.
Nora in
Correct.
season 2. That is the
Yep.
same actor.
Correct.
Okay.
Sure is.
I was like, wait,
That I
that
knew.
was her. That was her. Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah, so I mean, we got more Naughty Dog coming, which will be good. And I don't know, again, if it's a part 3 of Last of Us, or if it's just, I mean, in the Last of Us world. Again, I'm always gonna be like,
Yeah.
I don't know if we need it,
yeah.
Yeah.
but we'll see.
The Last of Us, the world is like I don't think I would want like a sequel. I guess if they were going to continue the story of Last of Us in a way and have it relate to the characters, I wouldn't mind a prequel to Joel and Tommy. In a way, like what took place between them and what they did after all the chaos went out, and like that. I could see like that.
Some of the fucked up things they had to do. I don't know. I think it would be cool as if they just like removed you entirely and you were just a part of the Fireflies, or just a part of somewhere
we've said
else.
that before. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah, because like
would
you
be
got to think
different.
about like the Fireflies were big in the U.S. and then they went to the Pacific Northwest and it was like wolf and scars. Like what other like crazy shit is happening? Like fucking Florida is buck wild.
What's going on like in other parts of the world?
That too.
At the same time, like what are those factions?
I think about the same thing, but with Fallout. Like
Sure.
Fallout is the United States, Brotherhood of Steel, all that stuff. What the fuck is happening in Russia?
What's going on in Europe? Yeah. What? Yeah.
China, Japan.
There, earlier this year, late last year, there's a fan made
Fallout London, right?
Fallout set in London. Yeah, that apparently is very good.
I've heard it is, but you can't play it on updated Fallout 4 that came out. You have to like backdate your
downgrade
stuff.
it. Yeah.
It's like, it sucks.
Guys, I just want to be a samurai in the Last of Us universe somewhere over. It'd be fucking sweet.
So you want to be Michonne. Got it. Understand.
Yeah, basically.
That'd be fun. That would be
All
fun.
right, you know what? Yeah, basically
be
that.
fun.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I think there's a lot of things you could do with it because I'm with you, Adam. Like where it's like if they wanted to continue the Last of Us story, I don't think we need it, but like I would check it out just to be like, okay, so where are we going from here now?
I'm gonna check it out.
How are you going to break my heart this time?
Oh, and they will.
But I would also be excited if it was somewhere else, like separate from the
And
main
again,
characters we're
it
used
could,
to.
it could be something that's not even Last of Us related. It's just a game they were secretly working on that they confirmed
Right.
is being worked on separately from everything we know about. So
Yeah. Well, and
I don't
then
know.
the next time we record will be the weekend of Summer's Games Fest. And who knows what we'll have on that because there's also going to be a Sony State of Play rumored,
well, it makes sense.
Yeah.
and there's I doubt they're going to announce what game they're working on. I would be doubted. But you know who's been cooking on something for years and we haven't heard a peep about it? Fucking Cory Barlog with Sony Santa Monica. What are you doing, dude?
I think we're
What are you
due.
working on?
I think we're due.
I think we are.
So, it'll be exciting.
Let's get some remastered God of War. Like
That
the
was-
1, 2, or 3. Not. I don't need the new stuff remastered, obviously.
No, well, they will though. It's Sony.
They will, yeah.
Yeah, it's coming.
Anything
also-
before Bloodborne.
Yeah, that's true. But that's now we're ready for Fallout. Oblivion is doing fucking gangbusters. Can we get that
Yeah.
for Fallout 3 and New Vegas? Thank you very much,
God, I want to play those remastered so bad.
bro. Fallout 3 will always have a near and dear place in my heart.
I could see New Vegas being announced just because of
It's the fan
season
favorite.
season 2 of Fallout
Yep.
coming out.
Yep, and that too.
So
I'm excited for that.
I know, me too.
too.
Things to look
Well-
forward to. Yeah, and I'm also glad the next time we're recording isn't the same weekend as when I'm going to be in Wisconsin. So didn't think about
Yeah,
that
right.
until just now.
Hell yeah.
Oh boy.
But we are approaching an hour.
Yeah. So you know what? Disc corner.
Balls.
My bad. Balls. Randy. God damn it, Randy.
Damn it.
God damn you, Randy. Son
We
of a
got
bitch.
3 disc corners. Thank you so much to Bone Daddy-O and Jeff Legendly for providing questions. So here we go. Bone Daddy-O says, at CGY Boys, my bad. What is your favorite form of water?
These questions are so great.
Ice?
Chilled.
Ooh, man, I don't know. A hot shower.
Oh, fair.
Damn. Although an ice cold just
I'm
Glass
into my
of
water,
water.
my large glass of cold water on a even on a cold day. Really gets me.
Yeah, there's also
I don't know.
a jacuzzi
Yeah.
experience as well. It's pretty good.
Yep. With the back issues I've been having lately, I'm gonna say hot water.
Yeah, that
Something to loosen up the back.
and it is nice. Let's be real.
Oh, yep.
Hot shower.
Steam and a sauna.
It would be nice. I haven't had one in
sauna.
a long time, but I can imagine like a really nice bath as well.
Oh.
Like here's how I would do a bath though, and I'm sure people also already do this. I would shower and clean myself beforehand, and then be like bath time. I don't want to sit
See,
in
I-
my own filth.
I do the opposite. I mean, I haven't taken a bath and I can't even remember the last time. But like, I remember I always used to do the opposite, where I would soak in the bath first, then you like start to drain the water, and then shower, clean up, and then get out.
You sound like
I
one of those
don't-
people that would put milk first and then cereal, Dustin.
Fuck no. What am I, a psycho?
You guys don't do that.
I know.
Adam, we knew
Wait,
you were
what?
a psycho. All right, you fucking killed Tally and loved it. So
Hey, it goes back to what I said earlier. All choices, there are no wrong choices, and I love every playthrough like that. I love it. I love it.
Adam is a fucking agent of chaos, you guys, where he'll just drop these little nuggets about like reminding us that he killed Tali in Mass Effect and then just like run away and like bye. And then we're all talking how angry we are about it.
Yeah, I literally just
Just set it, run away. That's
throw
so good.
a bomb down and bail. check 3 hours later and see him just
Son of a bitch.
giggle.
I feel like Michael Jackson with the popcorn gift.
Yeah,
I'm just,
exactly.
Like, eating like, oh, I love it. Everyone's gonna get crazy again.
Just got to stir the pot every once in a while.
Yeah, dude.
It's fine.
But yeah, I'm gonna say hot shower. I think that's the way to
Yeah,
go.
man.
Next one also from Bone Daddy-O. At CGY Boys, if you could have a hybrid of 2 animals, what would it be? A liger.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I almost said the same thing. Those exist.
I mean, a platypus is just like a lot of animals in one, as well. Fucking a
God's mistake.
narwhal is a whale and a unicorn.
Or a horse and a right.
A
Are you-
narwhal?
are you- for an actual unicorn? Oh, you're saying narwhal.
A narwhal is a whale and a unicorn.
Right.
It is. When does
But
the
then a
narwhal
unicorn's a
bacon?
narwhal and a horse. So it's like, yeah, okay.
I'm gonna ride a Pegasus or something. So what? That's a horse and just
Unicorn.
a condor or something. It's got to be giant wings, right?
I don't know. They could be tiny wings.
I guess that's true. Adorable tiny wings.
I don't know if they'd be effective, but I don't know the inner machinations of those kinds of animals.
Sure. Or it's just a very tiny horse with normal bird wings that can actually still fly. I guess I was thinking of a full size horse, but
Yeah, you got to broaden your horizons.
yeah, you know.
I don't know. Something maybe like I don't know. A giraffe and a pig. Why not?
I want a
do
minotaur to be real. I know you said animals, but like a human and a bull. I want to see a real minotaur.
Chris, it's not for lack of trying. It just physically can't happen. I'm sure.
People out there are working on it.
I'm
I assure you.
at this minute probably. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Mr. Hands, man.
I almost said the same fucking thing, dude. I was like, I'm not gonna say a Mr. Hands reference, and here it goes, Chris.
Oh,
And we're not talking about Cyberpunk.
God, the fucking Adam. You know.
Yeah, we're children. We're children of the internet, y'all. So
Yeah, man.
we've seen a lot of shit.
the Wild
Yeah.
West.
Whether we wanted to or not.
We remember when the days of the internet had 0 filters. Like, you think the internet is free now? No.
You ever
Oh, sir.
come back to your computer in class and turn on the monitor and it's a beheading video? I mean,
Yep.
come on.
Just, early days of the internet, guys.
Anyway, Jeff allegedly would like to know at CGY Boys, what's an old person habit you've adopted because it actually is a really good idea? Hashtag discorner.
Which one?
Dude, I don't even know.
Right. No, I mean, I guarantee you do. There's things like, remember when we used to like get ready to go out at like 9 or 10 p.m.? Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I want to be indoors by that time. I'm fine. There's also like an element of like, I used to go to concerts and put myself nearish the kind of music I listened to had mosh pits and shit. So like that
I'll be
would
on the
be
rail.
it'd be opportunities that like once that opens up, you could dart through the middle and really get much closer on the other end, right? Now it's like put me in a seat somewhere, dude. I want to be up.
I will pay extra to not
Yep.
have to stand.
Let me be somewhere else where where I can be comfortable. I think that's what I was going to say. Just like comfort,
Yeah.
anything that is more comfortable: bed, shoes, couch, clothes, whatever. If it's more comfortable, I don't give a shit what it looks like.
As much
I'll-
as it sucks. Oh, sorry, Chris. Go ahead.
I like your answer, Adam. Actually, is like I will pay extra money just to be somewhere comfortable. Like I don't.
Just
I want to
sit.
be able to sit and chill, and I don't want to be like, oh, I gotta stand up.
It's concerts. It's the same thing with Airbnbs that everyone stays in together. I don't want to be up till 3 a.m, and it might
No.
be more expensive, but I will pay that extra to sleep in a bed that is far away from noise.
Dude, anytime that I have also signed up to be in an Airbnb, it's always one, we have to have our own room. I don't care. And two, who else is going? Because I need to know what kind of nights and or lack of sleep I'm going to get.
And it's not that I enjoy everyone's company who is in those Airbnbs. I love
Yeah.
every single one of you guys, but nope, I'm
100%.
not, I'm not doing it. I got stuck with a trundle bed one time, and I said never again.
Yeah, exactly. I want to sleep comfortably.
Yeah, man. I'm the same way. Like, our friends will get Airbnbs and stuff, right? And it's like, I'm gonna get a hotel room, but we're doing Airbnb. I understand.
Yeah, I get it. Totally get it.
Here's the thing. I want to be comfortable. I want my own room, but also I want that fucking AC to be blasting. Like,
Yeah.
I love sleeping in a cold room, and you all aren't about that. So
Yeah, and I don't mind admitting it. Like a lot of the times when I ask for my own room, it's like I don't necessarily mind sleeping near other people. That doesn't bother me. And Chris, you'll definitely understand this. There's just elements of where it's like, okay, there's a lot going on, and I actually want to go to a space that is quieter and it's like my own space. I need this right now. I just need everything to come down before I can come back out and rejoin all the togetherness, I guess.
yeah, like I mean, like as an example, perfect example of that, it was at Colin's bachelor party, where everyone is like, I can be fine and happy and jolly, with crowds and stuff like that, but like I need to wind down. So like I brought my Steam Deck, and y'all were having fun doing stuff outside, and I was like, I need 30 minutes.
Yep. Yep.
to recharge right quick.
Exactly. I just need to.
I put my AirPods on, and I was playing Hades or something. I was like, I'm focused on this.
Just need this own space, and then we're good. Then I can rejoin. That was me in Vegas. Just let me go to the room, take a nap for 2 hours. I'll come back down. It's just there's a lot going on.
Yeah, and as much as it sucks to not be able to like sleep in on weekends, I do like waking up a little early on weekends and having like a full morning of just being able to relax and have some coffee. Maybe sit outside
I just
or
really
play some video games.
I really look forward to having my morning cup of coffee. This is true.
Yeah. Catch
Isn't
up
it
on
crazy?
news.
Yeah, isn't it crazy how that happens? Where it's like before I used to love sleeping in,
Yeah.
and now it's like, dude, I don't want to waste my day. I actually want that. Oh man, it's only 8:30. Cool. Like I got all day. Like,
I'm not there yet. Maybe in the next couple of years.
hey man, I woke up at 7:15 this morning and I was fine with it.
I woke up at 5:30 because fucking Moose.
Ooh.
My boss
So
ain't gonna be
goddamn
because
man.
she's an early person, and I was like, oh, I gotta be up at 8. She's like, what? She's like, I get up at 5:30. I'm like, I know, you got kids and stuff.
Yeah,
Gross.
I had to go out and yell at him like, shut the fuck up.
Moose. Oh,
Fuck up, damn it. Like, went and laid back down because I fucking didn't get to bed till like 2:30 last night.
oh.
It's playing. No, I mean it's for very, very good reasons. I was playing a new board game with that was introduced to me by Boykin. So Misty and I. It's called Compile, and I would highly recommend it to anyone who's listening. It's a 2-player game, and you only need to buy one thing, and you have the whole thing.
That's super cool.
Yeah,
Not a sponsor.
Compile.
So yeah, we're just hanging out, chit chatting, having some drinks, and then I got woken up a few hours later by fucking Moose, and then I
Yeah.
had to get up again later on because I had a haircut this morning.
Oof.
Imagine having hair. That's crazy.
I know, it's wild. Wild
That's
concept.
crazy.
See, when I got up at 7:15, I'd actually gone to bed at around 11:30 because those muscle relaxers just
Oh, bro, yeah.
put me out. So
I had those. That definitely would have happened too.
got a full night's sleep.
And Membius, but I'll push. I push through.
Yeah,
That's
you'll make
what
it.
I do. I got a long weekend. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
You're goddamn right.
I'm the master of my domain.
Yes, you are. Anyway, that's all we got. Bye.
Anyway, thank you guys for sending in your corner questions. If you, dear listener, have something on your mind that you would like us to answer on an episode, send it our way. You can send it to our Twitter or Facebook at CGY Podcast, but we are mostly moving over to Discord for Discorner. And if you look in the description of this episode and the previous episode, you will find a link to our Discord that you can click on and come join and hang out and send us memes or funny things, or if you want to talk about a show you're watching, we're there too.
Can I interject real quick,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
say, hey, listen, if you're a listener of the show, And we appreciate you so much, but I'm going to need you to do your research before you say an episode hasn't been released, because bombarding me on a Tuesday morning when I haven't even barely woken up being like, where's the last episode? And I'm freaking out. And like, where is it? And then I question these fine gentlemen right here, like, what the happened? And then turns out it was released.
I'm like, what?
Huh?
I did everything right.
Yeah. And I have mine scheduled for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Coming into that a couple hours after, because I had a new person start that morning, so I was training. It was like, what? Oh, nope, we're fine. Okay, we're fine.
Bro, you sent me into a mild panic.
I took ownership. I was like, my bad, guys.
Yeah, I was like, I swear to God, it's there. I did everything
And it
I was
was.
supposed to. And it was. I was like, oh, thank God.
I took a second. I reflected and did the math, and I was like, no, this is correct.
Yeah.
So yeah, or if you want to harass Chris into thinking that we don't have an episode out,
Don't do
join
that.
our Discord.
Don't do that during the workday, because I go into work mode, and that's what happened.
You threw an entire axis off balance with that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anywho, come into the Discord, have some fun, and tell every single person you know, friends, family, random strangers on the street, to come listen to your favorite boys on the internet. You can find us on many fine podcasting establishments, from Podbean to Google's podcast thing, iTunes, Spotify. I mean, wherever you can get a podcast, we are most likely there at this point. So tell every single one you know to come listen to us. But as always, we end every episode with a shower thought from Reddit. And this week's comes from user Old Timey Medicine. They say, we associate monocles with rich people, despite the fact they didn't spend the money on a full set of glasses. That is going to do it for episode 201 of Come Get Your Podcast. And I've been your host, Adam.
I've been Dustin.
I'm Chris.
Bring back the monocle.
That's how they're rich.